All right, guys, here we are for Season 2, Episode 8 of the Santa Clarita Diet.
What up? It picks up right where we left off.
Exactly where we left off, so we try to figure out who was killed. And thank God it wasn't Andy Richter. We see him in the background of them talking when they assume he's going to be dead. I like the planning, like, oh, that's me acting. Oh, that's me acting.
That was really funny. Wait, really? What do you mean? And it's like, no, that was me acting surprised. We got this. And he walks away.
Yeah.
That was the best. They're the best.
I think it's funny. And of course, it's because it doesn't make sense. But, like, you know, he goes in and checks the storage units and goes into Nathan Fillion's. Well, he didn't see anything either, but you don't see him anymore because, like, it just doesn't make sense budgetarily to show Nathan Fillion for 4 seconds.
Yeah.
But I think and it might just be they also don't want to pay him per episode for episodes he's barely going to be in. But you'd think they could just film a whole bunch of things with him one day.
Yes.
Like, okay, Joel, where this shirt now go in there? Okay, well, I'll do this.
No,
okay, that.
it's
just to throw him in there. It's a very small nitpick, but
it's definitely that garbage though. I think in all types of television, even like the new television, like what you are paid is based on how many episodes you like appear in.
Yeah.
So a lot of shows I always notice it because it's always weird.
Uh-huh.
You know, The Walking Dead.
Well, I was gonna say the last episode of Walking Dead where you didn't see fucking what's his face.
Where's Gregory? Oh, we're gonna like they talk about him several times or something, or like what like he's like a focal point. We left him back at the place, F him, and then they go back into a thing and like they keep mentioning Gregory, but he's not there because they don't want to pay the Gregory guy for one more episode.
Yeah,
it really bothers me.
I would waive my. I don't give a shit.
Yes.
Just fucking make things make sense. Like.
I don't know how much the difference could really be. I know you get like a check periodically forever or something like that.
Yeah.
But like I still can't imagine the difference between appearing in 7 or 12 episodes. Just do it. Just pay everyone for all 10 episodes and be like, "Hey guys, it's the future. Let's just live. Let's just do this together."
Especially with this new thing where like all the different actors are like, "Well, I will not even do the job unless my co-star gets paid the same amount of money as me." And like if they're not taking into account how popular you are, what kind of a draw you are, how much screen time you have, what matters at all then, you know?
Yeah, and like, why is it less? It's like, well, it's fair because they weren't in that episode. And it's like, well, the writers like scooped around to make sure they were not in that episode, which is like dumb.
Yeah, they could have been in the background and just been there, and like, okay, I can see. I'm not wondering, would that have been different if Daryl was there? Like, where was Daryl?
I don't like external things like that. I feel like it's super dumb. Where I have to wonder, is this character not coming with them on this mission because the actress is pregnant, or is it because like she wasn't good for this mission? Like, I hate stuff like that. I just want to watch the show and be totally into the show, and not constantly have things be like, oh, I guess they didn't want to pay the principal in this episode, so she just says I'm expelled. Or whatever.
Yeah, I would have liked that little touch of Nathan Fillion. That was all.
This is also because it's Nathan Fillion, right? So
yeah, I enjoy that character. I think he's a funny guy.
Of all people,
of all the characters he's ever played, this is not my favorite, but I like him enough that I'd rather see him on screen in general.
The hammer is my penis.
So what else happens in this episode? So we find out
a lot of this is trying to figure out like what happened last night and all that stuff.
And that it was done rather well, and I enjoyed when they finally do find the body and it sends them on this mission to like, well, he worked here, let's see if it happened there, and like the security camera footage, I was like, all right, and I agreed that it's a totally different view from the outside, and I like that Drew Barrymore's character was like, wow, you know, it's one thing when I'm killing somebody, but to watch me kill somebody, and I'm like, yeah, you're a fucking murderer.
She's like, I'm a monster.
And then like cleaning it up, I was like, holy shit, like in this like I don't even know what you call that, like a fugue state she was in. She was able to, you know, have the wherewithal to clean up and do all this shit.
Well, and she
kills the brain with a shoe.
She had to say blacked out me's pretty smart, like the same way people would say about like, well, drunk me's pretty smart. I got half a pizza right here. Fuck, like it was like that attitude.
I put a pizza in the oven, so when I woke up, I'd have something to eat.
I like to wake up to the smell of crackling bacon. But it was that sort of thing, but then, like, flipped around to, like, oh, no. Because when she bites it, like, explodes with blood, and she's like, oh, no. And, like, again, I love the way they weave in, like, they're having this thing where, like, you know, she gets fired, but he doesn't get fired, and it's this awkward thing. We're leaving. And he's like...
But, like, I was totally on his side, where it's like, well, what are you going to do? You're going to have no money? And eventually they do open up, their own facility to sell houses.
But that's
and stuff.
the best of both worlds, right? Because
Yeah.
he got to say, "Listen, honey, this is rational," and she got to be like, "Well, I guess you're right. I am a monster." But then he still was like, "Guess what, honey? We're going to Paris," and like got to do this whole thing anyway, right? And it was like, "Okay, cool. You got everything."
It will be better when they're on their own and don't have to answer somebody. Much less likely she's going to eat a random person.
Yes.
Do you think they're going to try to steal that contract from Andy Richter?
Yes.
Because it was her idea. Well, Joel got the credit for it, I believe, but
I don't know who takes over there, because like we already have Chris and Krista, but they work at the other company.
yes.
Is that Joel McHale? Who's that guy? He has a name.
The soup guy?
The dude is a comedian. Yes, he used to sell soup.
He's on Community.
Yeah, he's that that dude.
Yes.
So they already have the rivalry with them. I don't know if we're gonna get like a third and like a trifecta of realtors that are like competing
I don't know.
now.
They could play up that angle as much as they choose as writers, because there's so much other things to be exploring.
Yeah.
i.e.
Well, but they're starting
zombies.
their own company now, right? So
Yes.
like they like my hope is that it's not just Chris and Krista get that contract now. I hope either Andy Richter somehow or like someone, but we haven't been introduced to anyone. It's kind of silly, so I don't know who else it could be. But yes, I feel like they should compete for that contract and like get it somehow or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be nice, and that would be flush with cash if they somehow got that.
Exacto mundo.
I don't even know how that works, because
Nope.
they're realtors, right? And it is a developed lot that they're trying to sell plans to. Like that, is that what realtors even do?
I don't know where we are anymore. I have no idea.
And maybe that's a sect of that company does things like that, but the Chris and Christas of the world seem like they're just selling properties.
Actual houses.
Like you're selling your house, I sell it for you, I collect a commission. But this is somebody owns property, and you're like, you should build this on it. I'm like,
something like that, yes.
I feel like that's some other company that would do that, but whatever.
I'm a little confused about the whole thing, but I'm just
I don't
going
know
with
enough
it.
about it to really make a critique here.
Yeah.
It felt a little strange, but as
Most
far as
def.
things that bother me, that is like the least of which.
Right, in a show about Mr. Ball Legs and zombies, and I'm gonna need that skin back, son. Yeah, to have the realtor angle be like the problem.
Seems ludicrous.
Yeah, no, I know.
You're the only realtors here. We're realtors.
I don't know what a realtor is.
Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, a lot of this is that detective work. I dig that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When they notice that there's a camera and they
Yes.
both cover their faces.
Oh God, the worst way possible.
And then they like look, oh, and there's a camera, and all that stuff. And then like they show you how ridiculous that looks from the camera's point of view, which had me chuckling.
But that's a true to life thing. You ever see like the criminals caught on things? They do that exact same goofy shit where you're like, you're already in jail. Stop it.
Stop embarrassing yourself. You don't want to be arrested and embarrassed.
Yeah, they find the shoe. The dog had it as a nice little chew toy. I thought that was interesting that she killed the guy with the shoe. I wonder what her strength level actually is as a zombie. Do you think
I can't tell. They're not very consistent about it.
She doesn't tire, so that alone enhances you in some regard, where you could keep going full strength on something, because she's able to overpower and kill people dramatically quickly, and with just using her teeth as a weapon.
I know.
So like,
that's a little weird.
If you're not really strong, that's not a great weapon.
No.
So you have to be at least a little strong.
I would have liked them to show her like catching a punch and like crushing his fingers or whatever or something, right?
That guy's
Something
very
horrible.
aggressive for someone just standing outside his job. Like,
Yeah.
He kind of deserved it.
She was a creep.
Well, yeah, but being a creep
So, like,
and like being
I know.
An assaulter.
Yeah. No, and like the videos are very demonstrative, because like at first you're like, oh, he's like pushing her, maybe she can claim it's self-defense, and then it goes off camera and you're like, oh, that's the angle they're gonna play. She jumps in and bites his throat and explodes.
Yeah.
It's like amazing.
She was on the roof in like a second.
She's so fast.
I know.
She chases
That's what I'm saying.
rabbits.
She's got something going for her.
There's definitely superhumanness going on. I feel like that's clear. But yeah, I don't know. There's been a lot of criticism of like other zombie shows where it's like, how does being dead turn your hands into like iron? You tearing apart skin. Like skin can't do that to skin or something along those lines.
I don't know.
It's the whole thing.
Well, she's got those Lee press-on nails. She can
can
really do a lot. You see, they open up soda cans with those.
Well, and stuff like breaks on her and falls off and stuff. So she's not super
vulnerable.
tough. She's just, I don't know. Again, not the focus for me. I'm okay being like, that's what happened or whatever. It's kind of always played for comedy and fun. And to have her bite the neck almost like vampire style is like pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then to have all the gore and all the funny fall.
Yeah, they don't skimp on the gore in a lot of these episodes, and that's something refreshing in a show that I know is lasting 3 seasons.
Yeah, they don't like cut away. They don't act like I guess a thing happened here, right? There's always like.
And like little things that I'm like, it would never be on TV. Like when it's like, oh, an eyelid, and like eats it and stuff. You're like, that would never fly on like NBC.
I love the line about having an orgasm while eating someone's liver or something.
Did I keep
like
that to myself?
Oh, he's like, ah, yeah, no, that's dope. Meanwhile, Abby and Eric.
I googled them because I was like, how old are they?
How old are you?
It's like 22 and 21.
Okay.
Eric being younger, I believe.
So they're both legal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like, so Eric is like a character that to me, I'm like, I don't know what else he could play.
Yeah, you're like.
He's been in so many things and things that I've actually seen where he plays almost the same character.
He's a chameleon. Oh, I was just like, he's such a chameleon.
He's in the new Vacation movie.
Oh,
he played the son.
Is he Rusty Jr.?
Yeah.
Great. Made that up. Okay.
But yes, that's who he is.
Perfect. He is that guy, so he should be that guy.
Yeah, and a couple of things I can't recall that I'm like, oh, I've seen you before. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, he generally plays that kind of character.
No, and like I didn't disagree with you, and I think what you're saying kind of backs up what you've been saying.
Uh-huh.
You're like, I can't see him doing much else unless he just keeps doing this, and I think he is, right? So,
yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. I think he has chops though. He has timing.
No, I like him. I think he's great at what he is doing. I think the girl has, I forget her name. I think
Abby.
she has a lot. I meant in life.
I know. I don't know her name either.
She has, I think, more range, and I think I could see her playing other things.
Yeah, she seems realer.
Yeah.
I liked this though when she gets makeup and is like, "Wow."
I thought she looked worse in makeup.
Yeah, but still.
But everyone else liked it.
I didn't like it too much, but
I'm not a big makeup person.
I like a lot of eyeshadow, so that part's cool.
Uh-huh.
But in general, no. I wasn't like, wow, the mouse has become a fox. Like I wasn't.
But how awkward was
it
like this?
That.
Did you feel bad in this scene? So like you're like all right, they're gonna finally go through this. She's seeing what he's seeing all this time. Oh, it looks like they're actually gonna make it. And then he's like, I can't do any of this thing. And then she's like, oh, you're a chump bitch.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out. And
it was
he's
perfect.
Like,
and they say. And she doesn't say like see you later or like whatever. She says bye, and he says bye. Well, it's very good.
She's definitely overstepped her boundaries, and now she's like gonna be like a terrorist.
Yeah,
and that's different. And it's hard to say where your boundaries lie when your parents are murdering people. But
exactly.
they're murdering bad people mostly.
They're trying, yeah.
But does that even matter? Like if you killed a whole bunch of Hitlers, in the eyes of the law, you're still going to jail. They're not like, oh, you did a service to this great community. No, you're a murderer.
Unless the local sheriff decides to look the other way because you're a vigilante for justice.
Yeah, most likely going to jail. I wonder how her parents are going to take it. You think they're going to find her pre-blowing up? Or are they going to catch her right after and be like, oh, my God?
Yeah, I don't know if she ever even blows anything up. I'm not sure how this is going to go.
Right? I don't know. Fracking is evil.
Fracking is apparently so bad that she says, like, blow up, like, the trailer or like, the thing that's there. And I was like, could there be people in there? Like, what's happening? Holy crap.
There's going to be a new Simon Pegg movie about fracking.
Oh.
Where fracking releases some subterranean monster that is like attacking a town or something.
Where Godzilla shows up.
Yeah,
and
something
frack
good.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, fracking very topical. Flint.
Yeah, I don't fracking.
Anything else happened in this episode that worth?
Well, I just want to say I really liked that whole thing with them. We didn't really. So like, I liked the school bully stealing the drone, and then him going and like kind of hit him with the book the same way Abby hit him with the tray, and then he realizes
that was his epiphany moment where he's like, I am not a doer.
No, because like I too am not a doer, and I can relate to that. I can relate to that feeling of like, ooh, I was like, let's go, and now it's time to go, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is not oof. Can I just like oof, whatever, right? And there was some funny stuff around that, but it was really good development to be like, because we had her go on the date with Sven, and then like be like, wow, I can only be with people that are in this secret club of like whatever, and now even him in the secret. So I don't know, right? This is there's some meat to this from like a plot and character development perspective.
If somebody stole my drone. Oh my God!
Ooh, yeah.
And far less. I remember someone taking a pencil from me in high school,
and
I chased them down
pencil.
the hallway. I jumped to kick them between their shoulder blades, and they flew down the aisle like a slip and slide. If someone took a drone from me, I would end their life.
So you're a doer.
I'm a doer.
Call that being a doer.
Because a drone, especially, it's not even his. He borrowed that drone, or did he win it in a bet, or did he get use of it in that bet?
Oh, I don't even know.
Either way, it's not
all about that.
It's not even his drone. You can't lose somebody else's shit.
No.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, totally.
Should have tagged in Abby. She could have beat the shit out of that guy again.
Maybe they'll get the drone back. Maybe something will happen.
Well, I think that's the last we're gonna see of this drone.
Okay. The drone was too much.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or
like 2 episodes from now, that kid will be like flying the drone, looking at like girls through windows or something, and like that'll be the callback.
I love his concept. Well, I lost my virginity when I was 13, and they're all like, "What?" He's like, "Come on, what?" Oh, it's amazing.
But he's such that character, and like looking at that kid, you're like, I don't know what I'm looking at. He doesn't strike me as he would be like the popular kid.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like he'd be good in any scenario. He's like, he's an awkward-looking, heavy-set kid where
he's a douchebag.
I'm like,
it's wonderful.
You're the tough guy in this school? Like, there's not like some bigger guy beating the shit out of you on the daily? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, no, he's just like the douchebag. He wears like the shorts and like the collared shirt or whatever.
Yeah.
He's just like that dude.
But he seems to be like the bully at the moment.
Oh, yeah? Well, he treated that one girl poorly, and he took, Eric's drone.
Those are classic bully behaviors.
Yes, but I don't know if that's, I think he's just like one of the popular dudes that everyone hates type of thing.
I guess. I would like to see somebody more athletically inclined just bitch this kid.
Sure. That's true justice.
That's justice.
A more athletically inclined lady with a tray just takes him down.
If you wouldn't mind, Abby, just give him a little bit of a clocking. 2 for flinching.
There's something else here I'm forgetting. Oh, well, the ending. But before that, when Joe nails the pitch and Andy Richter's like, "Yeah, fuck your dad," God rest his soul.
Yeah.
I laughed my ass off. His old school business mentality or whatever, and how they play it here is like perfect. Dumb.
Andy's very funny.
Great. Yeah. But then the end, right?
Sure.
So part of this has been that during the blackout, during the fugue state, Sheila's been doing all these things that make everything good, and she's like, "Ooh, wow!" Including getting Anne to pursue painting instead of investigating. But at the end, it's revealed what she's been painting.
She's a very good painter.
Shockingly good.
Like photorealistic good painter.
I want that painting of Joel on a T-shirt.
Yeah. But speaking of which, she's painting all the evidence and things that are weird, and she writes suspicious neighbor. What did she write?
Yeah.
Nervous neighbor.
Nervous neighbor, and it said suspicious objects, a series, and then it scrolls over all the things.
Yeah, so to have Joel painted there, that's just weird because your neighbor could see this at any time. Be like, why is my husband painted here?
Yeah.
But I guess if he didn't say what the series was called, like what was it? Because one of them's like a baseball player or something, a blah blah, like a hot dog.
She knows about the Nazis. She knows about everything.
Yes.
She knows about everything. It's crazy.
No, she's a very good police officer.
Have to turn her into a zombie.
We'll see.
It's the only way.
She'll probably die eventually.
Oh no, she'll die. She'll get blowed up in Abby's bomb. They wouldn't do that. They should do that.
I think they would, but that would be very interesting.
Oh, and everything will work out, and they'll be like, "Oh, it worked out though, honey, but now you're a murderer like us."
Yeah.
And then they'll fly away on their spaceship back to their home planet.
Very curious. Potentially in the next episode we'll see a little bit more of this. Or it'll be one of those things where they don't talk about it till the very end.
Yeah, I don't know. So
what episode are we in right now?
This was 8, so we only have 9 and 10.
Okay. Yeah, so it's coming up.
We're getting right there.
I think prediction we're going to get one episode with no Lady Cop, and then the last episode
that makes sense.
Build up and the drop of the Lady Cop.
Totally, because this was going to plant the seed for the tension of all that stuff.
Yes.
So I guess next episode we have to resolve the Abby is an eco-terrorist plot.
Sure.
And whatever with Sheila and her blackouts and real thing, and then we have to have a crescendo with Lady Cop.
Yeah.
There's some more good stuff with the waitress. The waitress, yeah.
Do you think my stupid prediction is that horrible things start happening wherever Ramona left, and they try to pin it all on Ramona?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
It seems like there's people missing and blah 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 and this and that. Yeah, we'll see.
But that's speaking of like things we haven't seen. We'll probably never see Ramona again.
Most likely. That's why it's guess.
We're probably not supposed to, but we still haven't seen the couple with the tattoo and the Mr. Ball Legs investigation
They're
thing.
due. So I'm thinking eco-terrorism and them in the next episode.
I would assume.
Yeah. All right, guys, so that's what happened in this episode of Santa Clarita Diet. Let us know what you thought about it in the comments below. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, Internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.